Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the October collaboration event and giveaway. And it is hosted by Kristen of JJDivas on Facebook and Rama on YouTube and Instagram. And the participants are Kristen and then the following, which is us coming up. So it's going to be Vanessa of Junk Journal Junction on Facebook, and she's also Clemons Crafts on YouTube. And then it's Brenda and I, which I'm Sonia, of Scrappy 8 Junk Journaling on Facebook. And Brenda is Works on YouTube, and I am Artsy Solutions on YouTube. And we're giving a special thanks to JJDivas for contributing to the giveaway. And she's on the Tim Holtz and More Supplies buying and selling. And I'll have a link in the description for all that. And so the rules of the collaboration in order to get the prizes are you can create anything you want using prompts, and you should post a photo of your creation with the prompts used in the Junk Journal Divas and basically all three groups, the Junk Journal Divas, Junk Journal Junction, and the Scrappy 8 Junk Journaling. And just tag all of us, Kristen or Vanessa or Brenda or myself, and add hashtag spookydivas to your post. And the members of each Facebook group that you post to, we will comment on your post to let you know that we've seen it, so we can keep tabs on who all's participating and stuff. So if you post in all three groups, you can receive 3 entries per prompt list for a total of 30 entries for the event, because there's there are 10 prompts. So basically, if you do number 1, like Haunted House, Splatter, Yellow, and you post in Junk Journal Junctions, Junk Journal Divas, and Scrappy 8, that's 3. So if you do all 10 of them, then, 30. And let's see, the cutoff time for entries is October the 31st, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's going to be a live drawing on Clemons Crafts YouTube channel November the 1st at 8 p.m. to announce the winner. And so some people don't necessarily do Halloween and maybe certain occasions and stuff like that, holidays and stuff. So that's fine. You can actually, if you're not into Halloween themes, you can switch it up. For example, like if the prompt says haunted house, you could do like a fall farmhouse or like a wonky house or something like that. And it's all about having fun. So, but the contestants are, the one grand prize winner is going to get Recycled Sorry bundle from Rama. She's from Junk Journal Divas. And then Tim Holtz Distressed Crayons bundle from JJDivas of Tim Holtz and More and Buying and Selling. And then you're going to get 2 vintage paper packs from Clemons Crafts, and she's of Junk Journal Junction. And then you're going to get a stencil and stamp set from me and Brenda, from Brenda Works and me, Artsy Solutions. And these are what they look like for the ones that you're getting from Scrappy 8. It's a little Halloween themed stencil set. And then you're going to get this. It's like a little die stamp and stencil set also that you get from us. But you're going to get all of this. One winner is going to get all the stuff from us and then from all the other groups as one unit. So, yeah, so basically you just go ahead and get your stuff together, and I guess go ahead and get ready to get crafting. So what I'm going to do for my first video, the first prompt, of course, is Haunted House and Splatter and Yellow. So you can use, there's digitals and stuff available. Like if you don't have your own stuff, you can get digitals from like Rama, or on her Etsy, and I'll have a link in the description for her Etsy shop. And then you can also get digitals from Art House Whimsy, and she has a coupon code that you can use, Diva50, and I'll have that in the description as well. So, and also on my Ko-Fi, I have a freebie called Dark Academia cutout set. If you want to check that out, it has like a Halloween theme that you can get. And there's other digitals too that if you don't want Halloween theme, there's other stuff there too. So today, I printed this out on, instead of printing it out on cardstock, I accidentally printed it out on just regular copy paper. So I'm going to glue it down to some black cardstock. And after I glue this one here, I'm just going to cut it out. And these are going to be, I'm trying to think of what I'm going to make all together for each of the, well, as a whole for the prompts. I was thinking about making a journal, but I'm not real sure yet. We'll see. I probably will make a journal, and this is going to be, this is going to go on one of the pages of the journal. So basically, this is from Cree. This is from her Etsy shop. This one is her one of the haunted houses. And like I said, I'll have a link in the description. And with these little houses, super cute. You basically cut them out, and then you're going to fold them in half, and then they'll become different things. You could use it as a pocket. You could use it as several different things. So that's why I probably will make a journal. And this is going to be, I might let this fold out. Yeah. So, I'm not real sure yet. But for my first one, because I wanted to make some, I wanted to break out my jelly press, but I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been doing stuff as much as I probably could. I've been working a lot, but still, on my free time, I haven't been crafting because I've had crafter's block, you know. Sometimes I just can't think of stuff, you know. But anyway, I probably will add this to some, I need to make some backgrounds for my journal. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm just going to create, it's going to be like a pocket. So, but I'm going to want it to go on some kind of a journal page. It won't take too long. I'll still create a journal page. I'm just going to cut these out, and I'll be right back. And since my printer it's an inkjet, and it doesn't really print out very crisp, or it doesn't print the images out very crisp. So I like to just kind of outline some of it, just to give it shadows. And I'm just using the gel pen, and I'm just kind of going around like the door and the frame and things like that, just to make it kind of pop a little bit, you know. Okay, so I'm going to make this into like an over the page journal writing spot. And what I'm going to do is it's going to be magnetic. So I'm going to go ahead and add some magnets like in the center, so that so that it'll close, and it can become like a tuck spot / tab, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I'm just going to take some not masking tape, some what do you call it, tape? It's this whatever this tape is. And the way I like to do mine is get my magnets and, you know, place them wherever, preferably in the center, because I'm probably going to stitch around the edges. So, but I wanted this to be able to adhere pretty well, so I'm going to use, I guess, probably 3 magnets. So probably maybe one right here, and then probably one right here. Let me just go ahead and tape these down. And it's going to get covered up with this coffee dab paper. But I wanted to position my magnets first. And I got these magnets, I think, off of eBay, like years ago or sometime. I'm not real sure. Might have been last year. I don't know. Anyway. And then what I do, in order to match what side of the magnet goes over here, I'll lay this on top. And then actually I'll get a piece of the tape, and on the sticky side of the tape, I'll go ahead and put the magnet right here in the center, and then position it over top of the magnet, and it automatically goes over top of there. And I'll do that for each one of these. So just grab one. I gotta make sure I got it turned in the right way, because you know how magnets have like two sides where if you don't turn on the right side, it'll like push it away. So I'm just making sure. Oops, I gotta get it on the sticky side. Make sure I got it turned the correct way. Put it in the center, and then just lay this on top. And then we're going to do one more. Make sure it's turned the right way. Put this in the middle on the sticky side. And you want to make sure it's in the middle too, because you want that tape to keep it in position. All right, and basically I'm just going to fold this down like that, and then rub it so that the tape, just rub it to where you feel where the magnet is, and then the tape is going to adhere to this side. So now all you have to do is just basically cover this up and cut it out and then stitch, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. So I'm just going to paste this on here. I'm going to paste it on there, cut it out, and then stitch. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I did find a stenciled and what do you call it? This is like runoffs from gel printing. And I am going to use this page. And this is going to go over the page like so. I gotta get it to stay, but anyway, so I'm gonna be using that, and then a little piece of this, and I think I might just go ahead and let me just paste this down. Yeah, let me do that, because it does need some yellow. And this is going to go around it like so. I'm trying to get it to where it'll stay. Well, these stay stuck together, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so let me move these to the side for now. I do want to go ahead and add some words on here. The word spooky and haunted. And I'm going to cut these out. And then I'm going to be doing some embossing and using some resin to highlight some of these other little fussy cut embellishments and stuff. All right, so we have these two, and I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this out the way for right now. And I'm going to add this. I have a little, my little mat, and I'm turning this downward. It's like a spider, I guess, kind of like a spider. It looks like an ant and a spider. But anyway, I kind of flipped it downward because I'm getting ready to add some UV resin on there. And whenever you do that, a lot of times when I put resin over my paper, cardstock, it lifts up. So to prevent that from lifting up, like instead of going downward, I just went on ahead and turned it down some. Anyway, so I'm just going to, let me get my tweezers so I can kind of hold this in place. And I'm just going to kind of start in the middle, and you don't really have to squeeze hard. I'm trying to keep it to where it's only on the spider. That's not really working though, but well. I'm going to lift it to where it's away from there. That way it's just, I'm gonna kind of shake some of that resin off. That way it doesn't run and it doesn't like make the corners too like clogged up, you know what I mean? And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna slide this back because it's going to take about 3 minutes for this to cure. And I think I'm going to add some embossing powder. I'm going to emboss these windows. I'm going to use some clear detail embossing powder. I'm not going to do all of them. I am going to go around the edges of some of them. And then some of them I'm going to just put a little bit of embossing powder on it. Okay, so I'm going to use some cheesecloth. So this is going to go like so. And okay, let me just close that up. And then I'm going to add on this window that I embossed. I'm going to start gluing some stuff on. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this on here. This is just a piece of vellum that was printed on, not vellum, but inkjet. I forgot what that paper's called. It's like an acetate paper, printable paper, kind of. All right, and then, so the last thing that it calls for, because we have our haunted house. Oh, I need to add my word haunted on here too. Haunted and spooky. Haunted right there. And then the word spooky down here. And these are from some of my digitals on my Ko-Fi. The word spooky and some of these other little things. Because I'm using the Dark Academia Cutouts freebie. And then the ant actually came from the Cobicons. Not the ant, but the spider. I cut that from out of there. And then this one is the Vintage Word Ephemera Bundle, 4 seasons, or 4 seasonal and sentiment sheets. So, we have our haunted house, we have our yellow, and now we're getting ready to add the splatter. And I'm going to use just a little hint. I'm going to cover some of this up. Got a little bit of brown on there. I'm going to move this to the side. I'm just going to cover a little bit of splatters on that right there. And this is using Vintage Photo Distress ink. Distress oxide ink, actually. And I'm just going to put like a little dab of yellow splatter and a dab of black splatter. All right, so I'd say I'm done with this first prompt, which is haunted house, splatter, and yellow. And here's a close-up of some of the things that I've done on it. We've got our embossed window and the eyes on the skeleton, or the skull is embossed, and we have our what do you call it, resin spider. And then we have our cute little house. That's from Free Rama. And I made this into a little tuck spot. And I'll probably put a tag that I make in future projects down the side of there. And then we just have our little one-page layout right here that kind of coincides with this page right here. So then you have your window with a little bit of shine to it. So yeah, and then this, it just covers the page, and then this is this side right here. And then, you know, you can, it's going to like cover it or whatever. But this is going to be able to move around within the journal. So I think this is still cute even just as it is like that. I might come along later and then add a pocket or something. We'll see. But yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And make sure you check out the other ladies of these hashtag Spooky Divas. And if you do decide to play along and participate, make sure that you use the hashtag Spooky Divas and sign up if you haven't already for all the Facebook pages and groups, and show your work using the hashtag. That way we can know, we can enter you into the prize, into the drawing. So once again, thanks for watching and happy crafting.